Using the spider walk to reach the rumbling dice and then breaking contact with the spider walk. Move the rumbling dice as far as needed to reach the bar in the middle, and then transfer to the second rumbling dice, and then move the second rumbling dice as far as needed to dismount to the dismount area demonstrated. There's no set distance it needs to travel, just as far as you need to travel to dismount to the area shown. Up next, using as many or as few of the holds on the hangboard as needed. Traverse using hands only to reach to the star, grabbing onto the sides, the arms of the star, not the top, and then traversing into the slots of the special delivery, onto the fidget spinner, and then the bungee before dismounting the platform. Must use the bungee to dismount the platform. Simply tapping it will not be permitted. Up next, the cliffhanger. Using at least the first cliffhanger and the last cliffhanger, traverse using hands only to get to the end platform. So going from the last cliffhanger to the end platform. Up next, using the trampoline to mount the trapeze bar. From the second trapeze bar, complete a lâché to the first set of rings, then complete a lâché to the second set of rings, and from there, lâché to dismount to the end platform. From there, it's onto the devil steps. Using the bottom and top step, at least, on both sides, with hands only. So using as many as needed to get to the top step on the first side, and then transfer to the top step on the second side, and then use as many or as few steps on the way down to get to the bottom step before dismounting to the indicated area. Up next, using hands only on the rope, traverse through the resin holds, making sure you're not grabbing the bolts at any point. Incidental contact is fine, but no grabbing onto the bolts themselves. Using at least the first and last of these to get to the red ring before dismounting to the platform. Using the rope to mount the dice, grabbing onto the sides of the dice only, no grabbing around the bolts, and same with the cliffs, grabbing only onto the resin sections, no grabbing onto the metal. Use at least the first and last of these holds to traverse from platform to platform. When you reach the last hold, the yo-yo, only the bottom hold lip is allowed. You're not allowed to grab over the top. Only the bottom lip is allowed. And from the yo-yo, dismount to the platform. Again, you must use the last hold before dismounting. Finally, the slack line to finish. Traverse with feet only from platform to platform to finish the run. Up next, using the hands and feet on either side of the spider walk to traverse from platform to platform. And then walking along the balance beams, not touching the ground in between balance beams and getting from end to end. Make sure you use both beams. Up next, grab the slider and slide across before transferring to the bar and traverse as far as needed to dismount to the platform. Up next, the ring toss. Leave the platform before you move either of the rings and use as many or as few moves as needed to get one ring all the way to the end before dismounting. If you do drop a ring before you have one ring on the last peg, then you do have to stop the obstacle. You're not allowed to jump with just one ring for safety reasons. Up next, using hands only, use as many or as few of the monkey bars as needed to reach the trapeze bar, and then transfer to the remaining monkey bars and get to the last monkey bar on this second set of monkey bars before dismounting to the platform. So dismount from the last monkey bar. Now, using the ring to leave the platform, swing on at least the first and last hold, grabbing onto the resin sections only, no grabbing the bolts, and then going from the last hold to dismount to the platform. So in this case, it's the banana. Up next, it is the cliffhanger, using at least the first and last hold, the first being the one indicated, traverse the cliffs to get to the dismount area and dismount from the last cliff onto the hold. You only need one hand on that one, as long as you dismount from it. Up next, using as many or as few of the hanging board holds as needed, use hands only to traverse to the star, grabbing onto the sides of the star only, no grabbing over the top. And then from the star, traversing to the slots, or one or both of the slots, onto the fidget spinner, and then onto the bungee, and from the bungee to the platform, making sure you use the bungee and not just tap it on the way through to finish your run.